Hello, hello. I'm trying to make sure that's okay so you can see. And the Boo Boo Zen Kitty is here. He is here, and both Boo Boo and Pumpkin are awake, which they shouldn't be after an exciting morning out. So they're both grumpy. So, but anyway. Linda G and Milu are doing a live stream at 3 p.m. Eastern Time today. Ooh, that should be fun. Linda G is having some kind of issue, thus the delay. Oh, is she going to be on now? Oh, well. She's great. And you guys are great. You guys are absolutely great. So, hello. Hello, hello. All right. I don't know. Oh, gosh. My notebook. I had everything set up. It was going so well. Here. Here, Boo Boo. Oh, sorry. Talk to the people. Thank you, good boy. Thank you, good boy. Thank you, good kitty. So, all right. Aw. Brandy Moore, first time catching it live. Glad to be a part of such a great community. Well, I'm certainly glad you're here, and I'm glad all you guys are here, and thank you so much. And especially thank you to our troll slayers, to our protectors, Kathy W, Larry Girl, Noelle, Sue Ellen. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Glad it's delayed so I can enjoy both live streams. Well, I'm looking forward to it as well. I love Linda G. She's great. But alas, you guys are stuck with me for a while. But you'll get her soon. All right, so what can I read on for you guys? What would you like? Oh, and I noticed a comment yesterday. Somebody was curious because they were looking for the timestamp information just after the live stream posted. I hadn't. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to put all the questions and the timestamps into the description, and I also pin them, make them the first comment. So, okay. Oh, thank you. All right. So, how, hi. Are you going to get some sleep? Please get some sleep, you big adorable thing. Okay, what can I read on? Melania working with Pelosi? What's going on with Julian Assange? Okay, why? What makes you think Melania is working with Pelosi and Julian Assange? I was so happy having forgotten all about him. Is there something in the news? Will there be more articles of impeachment? Well, let's just start there. Let's just start there because I'd like some more information on those other questions. Well, more articles of impeachment. All right, and let's just, I'm kind of in an Halloween deck mood. What do you guys think? Is that all right? Other readers are picking up something weird with Melania. Oh, okay. Let's do Melania next. Melania, something weird? Why not something weird? Question mark. Okay, but let's start with, will there be more articles of impeachment? That should be a good one. And why did Pelosi choose now? That shall hopefully be included if it's relevant for some reason, if it comes up. see here. Will there be more articles of impeachment? Impeachment. Past, just so you know, past, center of the reading, above the reading, below the reading. 2 for near future. More articles of impeachment. Home environment, hopes and fears, what we see. More articles of impeachment. Final outcome, 1, 2, and 3. And then a card for the reading, because there just aren't enough cards. There need to be more cards. Will there be more articles of impeachment? This is the 8 of Wands. In this deck, it's the 8 of Imps. And quite often, it's just kind of, it's a lot. It's a lot. They're not necessarily working together. And there's the cat down here in this little tiny house who's looking on like, uh-oh. So what that's what we're, are there going to be more articles of impeachment that are not related to the ones that have already been sent? In the past, well, there they were. This was, different people take on different cards depending on the role they take on. This is Pelosi as the person who organized the articles of impeachment, who was just kind of taking care of that sort of thing. So it would be at about 6. And this is often also a card of investigators. So, center of the reading. Well, the ghosts are what I get. Ghosts are cups in this deck, and cups are what I get for Democrats. Knight of Ghosts, so that'd be the Knight of Cups. And you could see him just carrying that paper over there. So they did it once. Are they going to do it again, where they're carrying more paper over to the Senate? Base of the reading. Shazam. Poof. Just appearing out of nowhere kind of thing. Democrats are happier when Democratic politicians are fighting. So making it work is at the base of this. Making that fight against Trump's corruption work is at the base. Above, going up against the Republicans who are all working together, who don't realize, it's like this guy's looking back. None of them are really looking forward. He's kind of looking at this first imp, but they're not really they're looking at each other more than they're looking forward. And this is what they're walking into metaphorically. This huge mess with everything Trump has done and that sort of thing. Near future, are there going to be more articles of impeachment? Oh, goodness. Well, something's going to get ugly. And the Republican, this could be either, and actually I'm not sure which one it feels like. This could be the Democrats pulling a rabbit out of their hat, being able to make this stick more, or this could be Republicans pulling a rabbit out of their hat to make this stick less. Or maybe both. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can get some No! Goodness gracious. I'm so sorry. I just knocked cocoa all over my cards. Oh, no. Oh, all right. This is going to take me a second. Let me just clean this up and then oh, man. Huge mess. Huge mess. Okay. I'll just sop this up for a minute and we'll finish the reading. Oh, grief. Live readings, aren't they great? Okay, I'll ask for some qualifiers on that. Of course, my chair's making noise now, too. Oh, goodness. Qualifiers on that magician. Is that Democrats or is that Republicans? Unfortunately, that's Republicans. That's Republicans messing with things and pulling a rabbit out of their hats to make this the articles of impeachment in the Senate trial, making it not what it should be. Okay, I'm just going to dry cards as we go through here. Home environment, Ace of Swords. So, yeah, very much it's time for the pointy end to be metaphorically poking Trump. All right, what we got here? Hopes and fears, Chariot. The hope and the fear is that, well, McConnell wants it just dismissed outright. Trump wants it to go, wants himself to be vindicated, but he doesn't want it to go on for that long. It's the Democrats who want it to go on for longer. Oh goodness, this one is really stuck to the table. You know, I've had this channel since I started in July of 2018. This has never happened to me until now, until I was on a live stream. Yeah, it's a cocoa disaster. Oh, grief. Okay. So what we see is Page of Bats right there, which is the Page of Swords. And this is the Spy, because you can see he has these little doodads that all... does that mean everything... does that mean everything's going to be a mess? Because I dumped cocoa all over this. Well, we know it's going to be a mess. It's just how much of a mess. Funny, I didn't lose that much of my cocoa either, which is nice, because boy, did it make a mess. But this is the Spy. That's what we see. We see they're still looking. They're still looking. SDNY and elsewhere, just still looking. All right, final outcome. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, and that's either just Democrats in the House, or it could be Pelosi as, taking on, being representative of the people in the House. And then we have the Three of Ghosts, and that's celebrating. These are Democrats working together and celebrating. And this actually came up upside down. Feels like it should be upside down. I didn't usually work with cards upside down. Because the moon right side up is just overwrought emotion and howling at the moon kind of thing, but it feels like no matter what the Republicans, how much they howl at the moon, it's not going to stop Pelosi and the Democrats. So what I'm feeling is, yes, there are going to be more articles of impeachment. Just pull 3 here. Any more information? Yes, because there's so much that they could still cover. The Nine of goes here, Nine of Cups. I mean, think about the 10 indictments or potential indictments that are in the Mueller report for obstruction of justice and all this other kind of stuff. You have the Nine of Pumpkins here, which is the Nine of Pentacles. Because of, and this is the Hierophant, which is the establishment, could be it feels like the government. Because the DOJ has a policy in place that's keeping Trump in place, but there's all the still to draw from. So they could just keep drawing. Just keep drawing. So, oh my God, I got coffee on my tablet. I hear you. All right, so that's what I have for this. I think there are going to be, because they can just keep pulling. That's a thread they can pull until the end of time. Okay, so I'm going to be right back because I just need a wipe And then we're going to move on to the next topic, which is going to be what weird thing is going on with Melania. So sorry about this. I'll be right back. Okay. That's it. Everybody protect our electronics from spills today. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. What a mess. What a mess. And I don't think I'm going to use this deck again. Need to clean these up a bit. Hello, boo-boos and kitty. You okay? Are you okay, sweetheart? You know you could go in your bed here. Hey, over here. Here. Maybe Melania took my advice and got a boyfriend. I wouldn't blame her. And then again, she married Trump. I mean, I realize he gaslighted her a great deal, but still, she's still married to him. So, and after everything he's done, and as soon as, I mean, it was bad enough with Charlottesville and Helsinki and all of this, but once they were children in cages, yeah, Ava Braun no longer gets my sympathy. Nope. If that isn't enough to make you get up and say, oh, heck no, then we're done. We're done. Okay, the camera is going to tilt for a second. So everybody, hold on tight. Hold on tight, everybody, because this is going to, whoa. All right, let Coco underneath the stand. Okay, all right. You all right? Anybody woozy? Oh, and let's see here. Almost done. Okay. All right. All is well. All is well. I don't know why you guys put up with me. I'm just very glad you do. Okay, let's see here. I'm looking at, I like the special effects. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, she's getting what she gave. No sympathy here from Tina. I agree. We love you, Autumn. Thank you, Connie. You guys are, people were like, oh my gosh, you're going on YouTube. It's like the worst of the worst. It's a nightmare place. It's, and then I found you guys and my patrons and sometimes which are both. And I'm just, I am blown away by your kindness to me. Blown away. All right, so let's get out the Housewives Tarot. We are reading on Melania. And she is the housewife of housewives. So let's see what we've got here. Question from yesterday's last read. Was the Queen of Cups next to... I'm gonna have to go back and when I reread... I read all your comments. I go back and I look at everything. And hello. I look at everything and I will go, why baby, I will go back and I will read what you wrote. But right now, okay, so right now, good kitty. I'm going to shuffle these on my lap so it doesn't make as much sound. And we're going to read on what is going on with Melania. Because apparently I've been told by you wonderful people that something weird is going on. All right, we are at 1950. Let's say 20 minutes. Okay. And there's a Pupus and Kitty. There's a good boy. Okay, so let's see. What's going on with Melania? What weirdness? Other readers are finding that something weird is going on with Melania. So what is that all about? When I cut the deck, I got these two cards. Vices and drudgery. Maybe that's a clue. Well, being First Lady, that is definite. There's definite drudgery in that for her. Well, there's probably drudgery in it for anybody. I mean, it's not all lovely surroundings and you're on camera all the time. And then again, I mean, I have no sympathy for this woman. I have none. But I'm thinking about, like, Michelle Obama. So she's tired of cleaning up after the devil. There's that. Harry's mom, you are wise. Let's see here. What's going on with Melania? Center of the reading in the past with Melania. Above the reading. Below the reading. Working with the tale of destruction here. What's going on with Melania? Near future. Home environments. Hopes and fears. What we see. What other people see. That's us. Final outcome. All right. I'll put my hand there. Card for the reading. That feels like Melania's mother especially, but her Melania's parents, in their heart of hearts, wouldn't mind if Trump tripped and fell on something sharp, let's put it that way. They wouldn't do anything, but, and not, Secret Service wouldn't let them, but still, you know, it's still their daughter. They're still parents. Center of the reading. The burden. This feels like the burden of being in the government, being the First Lady. The what's expected. Trying to say the right thing, and she never says the right thing, so she tries and she fails, and then she, you know, I don't care, do you, coat, and I mean, she's not suited for it, and, you know, someone who has serious emotional intelligence would never have married Donald Trump. That's just how it is. All right, base of the reading. Well, Melania can see how the Republicans are whitewashing the mess that Trump's in. I mean, she's not. She knows what she can see what's going on, and she can see them covering for her husband. Above the reading. Let me not say the first thing that came into my mind. Let me translate that into something clean, which is she's not close to her husband. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. Those are there. That was the center. I got one more card here for like above, below, and center, and it's a card of burden. Yeah, so that makes sense. All right, near future. Drudgery. And she doesn't like the Democrats. She doesn't like the jokes about her hating her husband. because she's afraid it hurts her son. But there are times when the Democrats are just frustrated and fed up, and she's like, yeah, I feel you. She won't say anything, but she's thinking, yeah, I get it. And her frustration is much like his. Like theirs, not like his, like his. So, home environment, decisions, having to make all kinds of decisions about decorating and meals and travel and, you know, occasionally something coming up, and I don't know if this is true, and I'm not saying anything would happen. I'm just saying it feels like, you know, standing there with a sharp object in your hand and being like, do you want on my lap, sweetie? What do you want to do? You're not drinking the cocoa. That's not happening. I adore you. I love you. You are the boo-boos and kitty. You are precious to me. And that is one of the reasons why you are so not drinking the cocoa. Yeah, it's like sharp objects. I mean, she wouldn't, but I'm just getting this anger and frustration. Okay, hopes and fears. Well, she's hope that's her as the first lady, being this perfect embodiment of wifehood. So she's trying to do what we see. It's exhausting. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. You know, it wouldn't be such a burden. It wouldn't be frustrating and exhausting if you left. Not you. We want you to stay. We want you to stay. No, 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 sweetie. I love you so much, but no. Okay. Final outcome. You're going to get some sleep finally. I think Pumpkin's, he's quiet, so I think he's getting some sleep, which is good. Final outcome. Well, caring about Baron. And moving. And getting out of the muck. That's her getting out. Out. Done. I'm curious what other readers are coming up with, because I don't get that she likes the Democrats. She doesn't like how they've treated her, but she kind of hates all politicians at this point. And oh, a child may be in the chat room, everyone. Watch your language, please. Absolutely. I always watch my language. But thank you for that warning. I appreciate it. Go to Kitty. No. You are a sweetheart. Her arrangement with Trump almost over. That might be it. Let me ask here if her getting out, and that was very much I am taking my kid, I'm getting in the car, and I'm getting out of this muck into some free air. Now, is that before the next election? Was that before the election in November? Maybe, but partially. What it feels like is she still has to do some of the drudgery before she can start something new. So it's not like this week, but beyond done. And yeah, I mean, it wouldn't break her heart if Trump was removed from office. Doesn't she have an NDA like all of Trump's wives? Why, baby asks, I don't know. Other people, she was involved in money laundering between Trump and Putin. Well, let me ask on that. Well, let me ask about the money laundering. Between Trump and Putin in general, and I will ask specifically about Melania too. All right. So let's just start with was there money laundering between Trump and Putin and or his oligarchs? Okay, let's still money laundering. Money laundering between Trump and Putin. Laundering between Trump and Putin. Yes. What I'm getting is that his Trump's old personal secretary and his old accountant person, CFO or what have you, they've got some serious goods. That's what that feels like. All right, let's see what we've got here. In the past, we know that the Trump company, they couldn't get money from anywhere else. Trump had so many bankruptcies and had taken so many people to court that banks weren't willing to loan him money. So when the Russians showed up, it was like, oh. Center of the reading. That could be the final outcome. I mean, that's what this is about. That's the center of the reading, but that's just, okay, that's kind of what the question's about, but it feels awfully strong. Base of the reading. Wining and dining, it allowed them to stay in luxury by having so many foreigners buying their properties. Above the reading. And when they made mistakes financially, and it feels like the Trump company made more mistakes than we know about, they weren't really held accountable for it. It was like, oops, oh well, here's some more money, because Russia had so much. Yeah, I feel like I've already got the answer, but I'm going to keep looking here to see, because who knows, maybe I'm wrong. But then Trump realized he was completely beholden to Putin, who could stab him in the back. And so he ends up working for Putin, because Putin, just gave him just crazy amounts of money. And when I say Putin, I also mean the oligarchs, because the oligarchs don't do anything major without Putin's okay. So there's that. And this was somewhere around 33. Okay. So home environment. Let me hold up the back of this card so the camera will focus. The high priestess, housewives brand. All right, that's the little writing. Housewives brand secret syrup. The mysteries of the universe are sweeter than you know. With grade A butter. And I can't read what's beneath that. But anyway, it's the card of secrets. It's also, the High Priestess card can also be higher wisdom. In this sense, secrets, really funny financing. And I don't mean funny haha, I mean funny what? Hopes and fears. Putin could bring him down. Putin could bring him down tomorrow financially. That's what it is. That's why he does what Putin says. Putin could absolutely not just bankrupt him, but bankrupt Trump, who has nowhere else to go financially tomorrow. But Trump was hoping that now that once he became president, that other possibilities would come up of places he could loan from, so he wouldn't have to he would just have to keep Putin placated. So Putin wouldn't, string him up, take away all of this family's money, or get all of Trump's money taken away. But that's not even turned out to be really useful, because even American banks are like, they're still like, no, I don't know about that. What we see, this is a very ineffective attack. And it just kind of feels like Junior going out there and being Mr. I'm so tough, I'm going to go shoot endangered fish in a barrel. Look what a man I am. Final outcome. Oh, it's going to come out. This feels related to this living in luxury kind of thing. And the Trump children living in luxury. But it's going to come out, and there's going to be justice. So yes, there's huge money laundering. Huge money laundering. Okay, did Trump get, because basically Melania has almost no money of her own, because that's what manipulators do. That's what abusive spouses do. They leave you with no resources, no matter how many resources they themselves have. So there's very little that's actually in her name, but did he make her a part of the money laundering? Yeah. Was she part of the money laundering? Did she choose to be? I don't think she chose to be, but, well, she's definitely tied it into all this mess. He's made sure of it, because Trump always needs other people to blame, other people to take the fall. Yeah, and it feels like small ways. You notice there's a lot of yellow here. There's a lot of empty background in each of these cards. And it feels like just little domestic things here and there, and here's some money here, and okay, that hurts, but it's a beautiful cake, and you just kind of working this out, and oh, it's just one more little deal or something. She's been manipulated. That doesn't mean she's a victim. There's a difference between being manipulated and being a victim. She still has more power than she realizes, but she wants to live that higher life, that moneyed. She doesn't. It's not important. Her morals aren't as important to her as living in the lifestyle to which she has become accustomed. Because she's trying to get all the money she can, because then she thinks she'll be able to go off with Barron. But the reality is, Trump, he doesn't spend money, and he's set things up to screw her over financially. So the First Lady lies for Trump all the time. That has to be uncomfortable unless she feels that she is protecting herself also, Star Puzzler says. I agree. Yeah, she is covering for herself, but as I said, she gets what she's been paid for. Why, baby? Yeah. Hello, Robin. And her son. Yeah. So that's what's going on there. But the thing is that she could get enough money right now. She'd probably get more money right now if she just left. But she's still thinking she's going to get the big prize, and she doesn't realize how Trump's money can be just pulled out from underneath him. Actually, let's do one more reading on that. Let's do a reading on what is going to happen to the Trump fortune. How about that? Is that okay with you? Is that okay? Just let me know. Oh, sweetie, why aren't you resting? What is going to happen to the Trump fortune? It is. Okay. All right, what is going to happen to the Trump fortune? What is going to happen to the Trump fortune? I'm going to shuffle my cards here. Well, right now it's a party, but let's see what's going to happen. What Trump fortune? He's a self-proclaimed king of debt. Wheezy Squeezebox, by the way, great name. No, I hear what you're saying, but it's illusion. It's some assets, they don't balance out, but is the time of the smoke and mirrors working going to end? I want to know, when I say fortune, that's in quotes, fortune, whether it's real or not. Duh, Boo Boo's and Kitty protecting me. Yes, he is. He is the good boy. He is the good boy. Yes, you are good boy. You are the good boy. No. But you're not that. You are that good. You are so good. I'm going to protect you. I am going to protect you. Yes, because I do not want you being hurt. No. But you're a good boy. You could go lie down. Lying down would be good. Lying down would be a great idea. But first, I must play with the pen. Okay. Good boy. You could go over here. Yes. Come on. There you go. There you go. Lie down, precious. Okay. 43. So what is going to happen to the Trump, quote-unquote, fortune? What's going to happen to the Trump, quote-unquote, fortune? Good boy. Good boy. He's a good kitty. He's tired. He's a tired sweetie. What's going to happen to the Trump fortune? Well, any money they have, we know, is they've made on the backs of people that they underpaid, but not really a surprise. In the past, he's always been a big tub of lard in charge. Center of the reading. Oh, yeah, there's this lovely Christmas presents and gifts and extravagance. Base of the reading. Thinking they would clean up once Trump was in the government. This is making me think of the Trump Hotel. It's like, this is a violation of the Constitution, the whole emoluments thing, but nah. Trump made millions last year. Melania made millions last year from that hotel. Above the reading, this is the Trump tax cuts and other stuff that Trump himself put in place, all of which benefits, funnily enough, benefits people who are in the hotel business, hotel resort business. But that's the Trump tax cuts. Near future. Well, near future, nothing is going to happen. They're still going to live large, and gosh, I have so much money, I don't even know which drink to have. And spa days, and, you know, home environment, yeah, more of the same. Hopes and fears. Oh, the fear is that something's going to be found to be rotten in the state of Denmark. I mean, it's going to start smelling. Something they'll be tied to. What we see Trump's children, and we see what kind of people they are. And that's a pretty good, yeah, that's a pretty good simplified way of describing them. The Page of Swords there, running with scissors and leaving handprints all over the wall, and whatever else he wants. Final outcome. This feels like borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, or stealing from Peter to pay Paul, to keep the party going. But this feels like the Trump, the party train. But this actually feels more like, for lack of a better term, more of like a socialism, in the sense of distributing their wealth, putting their wealth to better use for other people. But let me see. That card doesn't want to be picked up, so I'm just going to leave it there. Let me see if there's more information on the final outcome here. What is going to happen to the Trump quote-unquote fortune? Well, that is, Mr. Private School obnoxious guy. But you'll notice it's the Knight of Cups, Democrats, not Republicans. Because the Democrats are going to take over in Washington, and it's their children who are going to start reaping the rewards of that. Trump's, court cases, court fees, lawyers, trying to take their children and leave. This isn't just Melania. Because they have, I guarantee you, I will bet you anything, that they have money squirreled away all over the world. All over the world. Anything else about the future of the Trump, quote unquote, fortune? Well, that's not good, because that's a whole bunch of very sharp objects, and then metaphysical death. Yeah, that's been happening slowly for a while. Metaphorical death. Yeah, and I'm getting the black slime stuff. Yuck. Can you tell me more about that? Everybody turning on them. Do you mean there are people who are still with them? Yeah, well, people they pay are still with them. This feels like delusion. This feels like the kids specifically just pretending that things will work out. Daddy has been bankrupt before, and we're always going to be rich. It's just absolute delusion. And they have money squirreled away. But I don't know that money's going to last, that they have squirreled away. But let's see. No, because eventually they're going to have to start cutting back. And they're going to get some serious doses of reality on what it's like to actually live like everybody else. Poor you. All right, so that is the future of the Trump quote-unquote fortune. All righty. I have time for some more readings here. His brand is bust, yeah, absolutely. It can all be confiscated and auctioned off. They owe a lot in taxes, is what it feels like. I'm getting very clearly. They owe a lot in taxes once that's actually looked at closely. Someone's getting blood work done and is ill, and I'm very sorry to hear that. So I just want to send a moment and send positive energy to everyone here who needs, to you and yours, anyone who needs positive energy, blessings from above. Okay. All right, let me see here. I feel every month will not be good for Trump. I feel every month will not be good for Trump. Hasn't since he became the president. Will Trump lose his cool at the State of the Union? Trump at the State of the Union. I'll do a short thing on that. State of the Union. What time is it? 50 at 52. Oh my gosh, did you guys see Colbert? I was watching the Colbert from last week. Huh. And he said something about ADHD. Trump ADHD, and he said something about Adderall, and then he stood there for a couple of seconds going, it's like, oh, okay. And then he said, allegedly. Trump at the State of the Union, well, he's an idiot. He's going to have there's going to be a speech written for him that he didn't write. The Republicans would clap for him if he went up there and just started, I'm sorry to be crude, please forgive me, started farting into the microphone. That's what came to mind. I'm so sorry. That was very crude. I'm so sorry. Yikes. But it's going to be clear what a mess he is. It's going to be very clear what a mess he is. That's Trump. This is things coming to light, just heartbreak, the mess, just the absolute yuck. So that should be interesting. That should be interesting. Isn't that basically what he's been doing since day one? Something viscid? Yes, I agree. Okay. I also have ADD, and yet I'm not a psychopath. It's here for the ADDers, absolutely. Oh, people have problems. People have challenges. Let's put it that way. They're not even really problems. They're just challenges. And oh, Noah's leaving. We'll see you later. Let's see here. And what else can I read on for you guys? What would you like to know that will help you sleep better? Stephen Miller does write a lot of his speeches. Yeah. Yeah, you can learn all about it when you too go to college and study Fascism 101. Okay. Something about sorry, I'm just trying to read all the comments here to see what's jumping out at me I should read on. I'm not reading on the Democratic nominee yet. I have some ideas about the astrology of that, and I will get to it soon. But Lev Parnas wants to testify. Well, will they find anything good? Okay. Lev Parnas's phone messages released. Oh, okay. Anything good there? Trump's legal defense meetings. Trying to calm him down. Seriously, I think a lot of these people feel like when they're like, okay, I'm going to a meeting with Trump about legal stuff. Do I have my portfolio? Okay, I have my portfolio there. I've got my briefcase. I've got my notepads, my pens. Okay, where's my dart gun with the tranquilizers in it? Did I leave that in my other suit? Okay, Lev Parnas. It looks like Lev Parnas stuff is going on there. They've been released. Will Bolton be able to testify without Trump's interference? I've been reading on that recently, and what I've been getting is no, he doesn't want to. They're gonna have to subpoena the heck out of him. He turned over thousands of pages of documents and WhatsApp messages. Can Bolton be trusted? I wouldn't trust any of these people. Oh, so Lev Parnas, did this just happen? Turns over documents. At 57. Let me see. My understanding is the phone info and other docs were given on Sunday. Okay. The indicted associate has turned over photos, text messages to House impeachment investigators, an audience with lawmakers. All right, let's just Lev Parnas. Lev Parnas. Scared. Fear. I don't feel fear around these guys that much, but he's quaking in his Russian boots or wherever he's from. Getting extra cards for various parts of this. Where is he from? Lev Parnas. He's so scared. He's so scared. And it feels like the weight of the whole government's coming down on his head. He feels very small. Inside, he feels very small. He doesn't have the resources that some of these guys have. He doesn't have, it's kind of like he feels like Icarus when it came to flying so high and so close to these people with who had so much money and influence. And now he feels like Icarus. In the past, he was betrayed. He feels betrayed. I'm not saying he was betrayed. He feels betrayed. They were supposed to protect me. I was asked to do this for the president. He went around saying the president asked him and, his fellow minion to do something, to go on a secret mission. But he feels like he was betrayed. Center of the reading. But he was allowed to hobnob with rich people and feel important. And he didn't realize now he's realizing what a patsy he was. Base of the reading, he feels like he did a lot of work and was very loyal, which made the betrayal hurt even more. Above the reading, And now he feels like he's taking the fall. He's being made to take the fall. All of these other guys are getting off scot-free, and he's the one facing justice. The same way Cohen's in jail, but Trump isn't. Cohen's in jail a lot because of what he did for Donald Trump. But near future, the Republicans may try to shut him up to some extent, even though he's given over all this stuff. It feels like, okay, these glasses have been empty for a long time. I feel like there's dust in these glasses. But now it's like, oh, here, let's help you with this, and maybe you'll say some of it wasn't real, or you'll do something to help us. But everything's already in motion. And there's not much you can do. Home environment. He's going to use the only thing he has left. It's like, okay, I only have these things that I have, and that's it. That's all I've got. I have nothing, no backup. I have no one swooping in to save me. I have nobody else who's really going to help me. Hopes and fears. Well, helping somebody's going to come pay his attorney fees. And it's like, well, if the Republicans aren't going to do it, because these glasses have been empty for a long time, maybe if the Republicans aren't going to do it, maybe the Democrats will. What we see, judgment. Yeah, he's facing judgment. And he's trying to save himself. And he's scared. He's angry, but he's mostly scared. Final outcome. Oh, it's going to help excuse me, it's going to help the Democrats. What he's released is going to hurt Republicans. There's some sharp words in there, some sharp information, some things that sting. And this is, Democrats who have perked up, like, ooh, I'll drink that tea, or pink lemonade. So it is going to help, but he feels very small and scared, and he has nowhere to go. He has no resources. So it looks like it is going to hurt the Republicans. Well, specifically, let's ask a few cards. Is it going to hurt Trump? Lev Parnas information. Is it going to hurt Trump? Things he did for Trump. It's related to things Trump has done wrong. Possible money laundering, possible bribery. This is trying to make a money deal look clean. This is threats to stay in line, do what he's told. This is threats. That's what that is. So we've got the tower. We've got some monetary action deal being made to look cleaner than it is. We have threats, and then it comes out, and I'm being drawn to that. It's like, oh, I get pentacles for Republicans, and it's like, oh, there's a Republican, being king of his manor, but look at that look on his face. It's kind of a fake, oh my gosh, what just happened? So that's what I'm getting for that. But that's the only thing that I feel Trump on. Okay, so that's what I'm getting there. Okay, it's about time for me to leave you for today, though, I'm afraid. And tomorrow I will be back, same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel at noon Central Standard Time. All right. I'm gonna pull 3 cards on something here. What do I feel like I should throw 3 cards on? I feel like I should quit for the day. Yeah, I feel like I'm tired and yeah, sorry. Okay. All right. Well, I have been here for more than an hour, so I'm afraid that's your lot for today. And thank you so much for your patience with me cleaning up Coco. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. I'm so sorry. Yikes. And thank you so much for everything. And again, I will be back here tomorrow. It does take me a little bit of time to get the timestamp information up in the description box, and I pin it as a comment at the bottom, especially today since I'm going to have to look up some of these to make sure they're accurate. All right, but I will see you tomorrow. Oh, okay, I know what it is. 3 cards. Something I can tell you guys. That's what that was. We've been through a lot where it feels like our democracy has been kind of sliced and diced, but rest easy, because this emperor is, those are weak joints. That's about to just topple. So that's what I am getting as a message for you. Okay? So rest well, because this is not going to continue to stand. Okay? All right, I hope your day goes really well. All right, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you to our troll slayers, Kathy W., Larry Girl, Noelle, Sue Ellen. Thank you so much. All right, and the Linda G and Milu live stream. Let me see if I can make it to that. They're great. They're great. All right, hang in there, and if that's the worst thing that happens today, you're good. Exactly. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.